Hi, my name is Alan from LV Property. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about my life as a property agent, the hard truth. I was wondering, how should I approach this topic? Should I tell others about my life as a property agent? Will people want to listen to it? Anyway, this is my channel and this is my story. Here, let's go. I started my career in the construction industry as a quantity surveyor back in the early 2020s. Subsequently, I joined the facility management industry. That is why for those who know me, I have strong knowledge of building services to property maintenance issue. After I got my real estate degree at NUS, I joined an investment consultancy firm dealing with investment sales or en bloc. That was the start of my career in the real estate industry. I was involved in a number of en bloc projects and was exposed in real time to the industry. That was how I got started to have a stronger interest in the trade. I seen with my own eyes how homeowners make a windfall through en bloc sales, and their life basically changed. I also witnessed how investors flip properties to make money. $500,000 profit? Close one eye. Deep in my heart, this is where the action is. And I must be in this industry to make my own pot of gold too. Unfortunately, my career was cut short when Lehman Brothers collapsed in 2007. The entire world economy was in a tailspin. Singapore was also affected. Big firms are retrenching. Likewise, the property industry was badly affected. The consultancy firm that I worked for closed shop for good. I was devastated. That was the first time in my career to be retrenched at only 27 years old. I thought I was at the pinnacle of success with an NUS degree. I was damn wrong. I was very naive to feel this way. It was a very depressing period. That was also the start of my first nightmare in my career. I quickly find a replacement job in the real estate industry. Since I have a love for the real estate development segment, I wrote in to property developers both locally and overseas. I was desperate to find a job. I even traveled all the way to KL for the job interview to help a Malaysia-listed company to explore real estate development opportunity in Singapore. On hindsight, I should have accepted that job offer. Who knows? Where will I be today? Anyway, I came back and joined an established listed property developer in Singapore. I was on contract basis since there was a lot of uncertainty back in those days. I worked very hard to secure my job. Unfortunately, the US subprime crisis unfolded in 2008. Obviously, contract staff are the first to say bye-bye. This spelled the end of my career in the property development business. I couldn't find a job back then. The job market was very bad. I went for interview after interview. I even went for the third interview with a CEO of an established REITs. During that interview, the CEO mentioned that it was very interesting to see that I changed so many jobs in a short period of time on my resume. Well, that sentence already nailed the coffin. After that episode, I decided that I was not going for any more interview in my life. I want to take ownership of my own career. I want to be my own boss. So, I walked into my former company, ERA, and registered to be a property agent. Back on 1st October 2009, I was officially a registered property agent. That was also the start of my second nightmare in my sales career. Let me share this with you. For those that think that sales is very lucrative and can make a lot of money, I welcome you to join me. If you are looking for a part-time or semi-retirement job, that is okay. 1 year close half a dozen deals of pocket money, that is still acceptable. However, if you are trying to raise a family or pay for mortgage installment, then you better think twice. There is no basic salary. We are all 100% commission based. Moreover, we need to split a 10% cut to the company after deducting our expenses and income tax. This means our take-home salary is even lower. For me, the first 3 years were the toughest for me. I was at a complete loss. I don't have a delegate manager to guide me. No colleagues when I was in doubt. There are limited company organized training that I can attend. There are also few resources I can tap into. No app, nothing. I was all alone. So, what do I do on a daily basis? Well, I will farm flyers vice door to door to HDB flat in the morning. Do you know it was a lot of hard work? One HDB block will take an average of 30 minutes. The maximum I could do was 6 blocks and my legs would feel numb in pain. After the so-called working, I would diligently go to a temple along Kim Yen Road for free vegetarian meals. I would quietly sit in a corner and consume my meals while many seniors would be looking at me. They must be thinking, what the hell is this guy doing here almost every day? Remember, I was a broken man. No money, no business, only with newly printed name cards. After my meal, I would go to the National Library in Bugis to work. Back then, remote working was not even invented yet. Interestingly, this was a place where I mastered my knowledge by reading a lot of books in the Lee Kong Chiang reference section from the 7th to the 11th floor. This was my Changjing Ge, just like the Shaolin Kung Fu library. I read books on property, books on selling, books on communication skill to personal success. I read everything. I found comfort in reading books in my downtime. That is why I'm very grateful to the National Library Board, because the free resources have empowered me in my career. Close to 6 p.m, I will proceed to fetch my newly married wife in Shenton Way. We will take the public bus back to my parents' home. We didn't even have a BTO flat and can't even afford a resale flat. Life was very tough back in those days. Same for many Singaporeans who are very angry in those days. That was why we had a watershed general election in 2011. That was when Aljunied GRC was lost to the Workers' Party. Anyway, cut the long story short, it was very tough working in sales back in those days. I don't have many referrals from friends or relatives. I can't really blame them, since most of them would know someone as a property agent within their own circle of friends. For me, it was a lot of hard work. I tried different methods to find new clients, from roadshows, door knock, flyers and telemarketing to social media marketing, which emerged only in later years. Some method works, but most fail miserably. Most of the time, I'm burning money to find new client. For every dollar I make, maybe I'll be spending 50 cents. My profit margin was very low. I can still recall my first sales came only after 7 months in the trade. I finally closed a 2-bedder apartment in Dairy Farm Estate. I remember back then, Lee Kai Shing Cheong Kong Holding was selling the 99 years The Vision at West Coast for 1,000 per square feet. That was an eye-popping price in the suburb back in 2010. The Vision was very well received. Subsequently, that was a turn of the property market. The freehold dairy farm unit that I was marketing was less than 800 per square feet then. Obviously, it was sold on a single weekend. When I sold that unit, I was overjoyed. That was also the start of my property career. By the way, I'm still in touch with the seller that engaged me to sell. Thank you, Tina, for the trust in me. During the course of my business, I save up and reinvest back into it. I take baby steps to improve my sales skills. I make a concrete effort to understand my client needs and offer them possible solutions. I make an attempt to give exceptional good services. Slowly but steadily, I gradually build up a sustainable sales system. This has led to more consistent results over the years. At the same time, I also have my fair share of failure, disappointment, backstabbing, and whatever crap that is thrown at my face. That is why I say we learn best from failure more than success. That is why property sales have transformed me to become someone who is more resilient, someone with empathy, to someone who can take hardship really well. That is why I'm still surviving even after 15 years. I'm after all my own human resource, finance to sales manager, and ultimately the boss of this small business called L&B Property. Along the way, I have also seen many drop out, and that include my business partners. I'm very sad. They couldn't hold on to this career because of family and financial commitment. For those that say sales is very easy to do, I welcome you to join me. For those that make it, they really make it. After all, the sky is the limit in sales. I have left the recruitment links in the description below. Don't say I bojo. To become a property agent is as simple as it is. I came upon this book titled Billion Dollar Challenge: Achieving Peak Performance in Real Estate Sales by William Wong in the library. This book saved me when I was going through the darkest night in my sales career. Let me quote what he has written. Superficially, real estate sales seems like an easy trade. And rightly or wrongly, this is the main reason why it has been able to draw thousands of Singaporeans every year into the industry, but many end with disastrous results. The same applies to many other multi-level marketing programs. However, if you have penetrated slightly deeper into the real estate sales business, you will have realized that it requires a whole host of qualities that are not easy to come by. You need to have a positive mental attitude, complete faith in what you do, and a lot of mental and psychologically strength. Irony, it is the lack of such quality that made a lot of people coming into these professions to seek an easy answer to their own problems. That is why in this business, people come and go easily. Here, I'm humble they have come so far and gone through so much adversity to remain relevant today. I will continue to work hard and deliver better content to everyone in this community. Stay tuned for more and see you again.